Hello everyone, welcome to another episode Fun with Vintage Hi-Fi. Today I would like to present you yet another CD player, but nevertheless quite nice one. This one is a Technics SL-PS70, 8 DAC mash system, quite good for what it is. The class AA. Any other specifics you can find online. It's not for me to bore you with all of the frequencies and stuff like that. It's widely available online. So just a quick scan what's on it. Obviously power on off, sensor for remote control, little switch for timer, headphones socket, and also adjustment for the headphones. That's quite good. I like the headphones level adjustment because many of the old stuff does not have that, so you just literally plug into there. Then obviously you have a open close button, stop play pause, that's the usual. This one, as that range has the buttons from 1 to 20 to select the track, while obviously some multi compilation CDs have over 20. So this one have like over 20 buttons, so you can just hit that one and pick the song over 20, because as you see on the display, yes, only till 20, but yeah, they come up with. Also on the top you have the function button, so recall for your programming, basically that's what it is. So program clear for the programming, recall instead of canceling all program you can go back on it. Time mode, that's I'm gonna show you in the moment when CD is inserted. And display, as you can see, you can switch it off. It shows just a standby, so maybe if you want an atmosphere in your room and you don't want to just lighting this basically to your face, you can just go completely off, or just you're gonna see it, I'm gonna press it, or just to have a track number without all of those numbers. On the bottom half is a peak search. That's requires for basically copy to your cassette or reel to reel. Is quite nice. You can pick it the tape length, just time, side A, B for this search, and peak search. That's quite good because it shows you the adjustment for your tape player, the maximum peak, so you can see it, how to adjust it to not go over. If you check my other videos for the tape players or the record reel to reels, you would realize what I mean is basically that we're not going towards too high to get a distortion. So that's the search. So basically that's how it looks. Unfortunately I don't have original remote control for this model, so I picked it up remote control from any of my stuff which I have in my collection, and I did not believe it that I picked up one which fully works on it. I was so surprised. This one is from another model. I don't know why is this one literally working every single function on it. So if you guys looking for the remote control, this one will work. This model is EUR64798, and it's fully functional on that model. I didn't know that. So I was using it, obviously, the press button. This one works on the remote. Literally you can hit the open close and there we go. It's a bit of loud side, I don't know why. Maybe needs a little bit of I don't know, oiling somewhere, greasing, because it works. It's perfectly. It's just I found a bit of on the loud side for those. So let's play something. Let's put the disc in it and see what's happened. So yeah, there we go. So basically, as I mentioned on the display, you can have a track number only and the time, or completely nothing. As we see is there. So we can pick the time mode, but let's play. So let's pick the song. Let's put the 4. There we go, nicely play, and then we can do the display. There we go, guys. It's completely blank. There's nothing there. Doesn't even stand by because you know he wants to show you when there's nothing there. So you can have a full without the tracks on the bottom and completely nothing. That's quite alright. Also, next time, button time mode quite good. It shows you whole CD when you press it, counting down, basically track number and particular track counting down. This one shows you 10 minutes 30 something seconds, and then it shows you basically how much time already is been passed from the first song. That's quite alright. So you can actually see you know, when you can fit it to your tape and stuff, or full like normal track number, index number, and how long the track has been playing. Quite nice stuff. Let's just say the tracks counting down because they quite length. Oh, this one. Let's play the track number 1. I want to show you the auto cue. So when we put the auto cue, unfortunately this one doesn't have the search button, so I have to use the remote control on it to basically go. So I want to show you auto cue. Very useful feature with when you just want to browse the CD and you don't want to play all of it, or maybe you're just checking something for your pre-recording, or just recording one track by one, so you don't want to have to kind of go through it and measure, or you may be compiling, like get from one CD to the other, to the tape from couple of CDs to record it. So it's the auto cue feature is quite nice, because what it does, let me just go a little bit down just to want to show you how this lovely stuff works. So as you can see, it's counting down. That's why it's a very useful feature, the time mode with the auto cue. And obviously when it goes to the end of the track, of the song, yeah, whatever you're listening to, as you see, and then basically what it does, it kind of clicks the new track and it goes to pause. As you guys see here, the play is flashing, pause is activated. That's very nice. You can use another, for example, CD. This one you can change or stop, so it automatically stops, waiting for your command. That's quite nice. I really like this auto cue mode for recording. I do some bits and pieces for my listening to the tapes, my privately. So this works. That's why I want to highlight this feature. You can use it, and it's quite useful. So obviously you want to continue, just hit the play and it goes, and another track if you like it. On this remote control, so if you're looking for one, just guys have a look. I'm not sure if it's, you can see it. I repeat, is EUR 64798. So track was short, it looks like, yeah. So remove the auto cue, and that'll be quite cool. One thing which I realized, and I cannot really found it, is the random button here on the keypad here. So random, obviously, as you know, is you have your favorite CD, but you're kind of bored to listening the every track in that order. So quite good to have a random button. So you hit the random while playing, and it doesn't go in the direction like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. It skips. You basically randomly choose which track is gonna play, and that's quite alright feature. But I thought it doesn't have. Obviously, on the remote, as you can see, there is random. So what I did, I hit the random. What's happened? It actually does. It activates the random, as you see here. So if I want to skip it, this does not also have a skip on it, has the only search. So sorry, I spoken before, but doesn't have a search, so to automatically just press 1. You have to kind of, if you want to operate from the unit, you have to say, oh, number 3, so you want a number 4. But in a random mode, you can't do that. There is no button to skip it to the next one. So obviously, if you're using remote control, you have a skip, and as you see, randomly choosing is being number 5. If I choose again, for example, number 7 goes every 2. Oh, now it's go number 2. So yeah, very kind of useful feature for that, to have the remote for it. But obviously, as I mentioned, everything can be operated fully from the unit itself. Does not have to have, except a few features, you know, like mostly, as you see, is this remote has comparing, but and has the, which I present you, the number 900 model number. Oh, let's turn it down. Model 900 remote control was giving you ability to control the volume, and I checked with this remote, is the same feature. So has the here, as you see, it got level. I thought, interesting. So let's put the volume up, and I hit the volume, and surprisingly, it does have a till 12. Little, but still, as you can see, you can go level adjustment just from this remote control without adjusting. Maybe you have a amp which does not have a remote control features. So this one is quite, I must say, very useful, because for example this, which I'm listening to now, SUV4X, is the vintage one, does not have that. So very useful feature from the remote control for it. Also, I want to show you the something which I was curious about, the timer here, timer mode on the left hand side. It does have play, timer, random. Obviously play, you know the timer, how the timer works. I'm sure you guys know. So basically you put to the timer, if you have the timer, which is the electronic one, everything is connected to it. You put a certain hour, and obviously if you like to be awakened by your HiFi, you hit that, certain like alarm clock is automatically switching on everything which is connected, let's say CD or amp, and then everything fires up and it plays the music, waking you up as like a big gigantic alarm clock. Quite cool. Well, what for about this? So if you put the stop, put the timer on play, switch it off, so it's the same way, automatically power comes on, automatically starts. So that's basically works like that. But what's happened if we put to random? I thought, what's the hell happened if we have a random in it? You know, that's kind of surprised me on it. I was thinking, what is gonna happen here? Is this the timer random or the random which is on a remote control? So I tested, and the same way, switch it off, switch it on, and tada, randomly is choosing the play. Well, I thought myself, is it working only with the timer, because it's now showing here the random. So by using remote control, I hit the skip, and tada. So basically, I was mentioning there is no random button here, because it's not, you cannot activate it, but there is a random of here as a play. They added, the Technics manufacturer added the option random. So it's not only randomly wakes you up on the timer, but can be used as a random to play your songs. So basically, if you stop it at first, but then obviously using remote control. So let's see if it, in a time mode, oh, it's very long, but we can skip it. I just don't want to I want to show you guys basically on it, because the length of the tracks on the CD are, as you see, 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. So I just want to show you how this stuff works just quickly. Let's move it to the end. Sorry for that. I should choose the CD with the shorter tracks for the presentation, and now I'm kind of regretting not doing it, but I thought, you know, that music is nice and mellow for the presentation, so it'll be all right to have it. So let me just go there, and yeah, a few more minutes and we will be there. There goes down. So I want to just to show you if this random choice, yeah, see, it's not working now, because basically it doesn't recognize here random. So random's only when this is awakened with random. Pity, because I really like that feature. I thought, okay, if the random is there, is it gonna work on all of the songs, or is it gonna work only on particular ones? So let's have a look here. It's gonna absolutely not play the random, but I will present you with another song. Let's find something shorter rather than this. Yeah, because this random is hit, but there's no random on the display. I bet it's gonna go into number 2. There we go. It does this. So let's switch it off. Let's switch it on. Randomly choose the track number 1. Number 2, what's the time mode? This one is quite long, but still random there. So let's have a look if we can force it by continuously playing. Pity does not, this is not the random which I would look for to be included in the operational features. So you put random here and they will appear and they will work, but the random works only after starting. I'm gonna test one more thing with the random included there, but I doubt it's gonna work. So let's roll this one to the end. Is it gonna skip for another track to randomly, or is gonna just keep it going? So to number 3, let's have a look what's gonna happen here. Sorry for that. As I said, I should pick the shorter tracks, so a CD with the shorter tracks. So few more seconds. Yeah, okay, so let's counting down. It's still random is on. Is it gonna play randomly another track, or is gonna, there we go. So random is still activated. Well, obviously if I open if I hit the open button, it obviously stops, but the random is gone. So when we gonna go to play, the random does not is not highlighted here, means that we cannot play randomly except if you have a remote control. So timer to off. So basically we don't want to hear. All right, more or less, guys, that'll be it. Let me just show you from the rear. It's not an easy machine to lift it, but you know what, why not? I want to show you the back. Oh, sorry for that. It's one of the cables tangle. So what we have here, we have a synchro edit to the socket for your tape player, if your tape player does it. So with starting that, the signal will go, and you can have a digital optical socket, which is blinded now, which is quite good, and line, you know, typical line out. No any other features. While that CD player which I presented you before, the Model 900, it did have different sockets in the rear. If you guys remember, it was a fix or to select the volume, while this one have this volume adjustment, but only available also from the remote controls, which remote control has to get a level adjustment. So yeah, that's more or less, guys, it from it from me. Sorry for the length, but you know, it was worth it to show you this. If you like these little presentations, hit the like button, and if you first time across my channel, obviously hit the subscribe. You'll be up to date with all of my shenanigans which I'm showing here, and I think it's worth it. This one nice, monochromatic, like a gray display, very nice, quite a few features, sounds lovely, recommended, and see what I would come up with next time.